Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do September favorites and I have got a little assortment of goodies here. I've got a couple supplements that I have been adding into my overall health routine. Of course, I've got some fun makeup. There has been so many launches lately, so I'm going to kind of narrow it down to my ultimate favorites that I have been reaching for the most this past month. I've got a bit of skincare that I'm obsessed with, as well as a few fashion items and fragrance. So I did take a quick trip to LA and picked up a few fun items that I wanted to share with you. So if you are interested in seeing my September favorites, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I have a lot of fun things to share with you. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the big launch from Chanel. They launched their Tweed Collection this past month and I had a lot of fun playing around with the tweed quads. I did end up buying all four of them for YouTube, and I thought I would narrow it down to the ones that I have worn the most. And honestly, I am making myself use all four of them since I invested in them. And honestly, I really do like all four of them. The one, of course, that I have been reaching for the most, and that is going to be, probably no surprise to you, that's going to be quad number 4. And this is the Tweed. This is the Brunette Rose. And of course, this is just right up my alley, a perfect neutral palette that's going to lean a little bit more cool. And it is just so versatile. So this is probably my number one pick from the lineup. And then actually today, I created this eye look using number 1, that is Tweed Quiv, and this quad just creates a perfect bronzy eye. I also love this one because it's got a bit of warmth and cool in here, and again, that's what I'm wearing on my eyes today. Really pretty. This gold topper shade just kind of gives your eyes a little pop. So I found that these quads were super fun. I do love Fave as well as Poupre. So that would kind of be the way that I would rank them. For myself, I would say number 1 is going to be quad 4 Brunette Rose. Number 2 would be number 1, and that would be Tweed Quiv, and that's just this gorgeous bronzy eye here. And then for number 3, I love number 3, Tweed Fauve. Love this color story here. And then number 4 would be Poupre, which is gorgeous as well. And I had a lot of fun doing those videos for the Tweed Collection. And then I did want to mention that what my plan is to use with the little cute tweed little packaging here. I know these can be kind of silly. This was part of the draw to the collection, but I have got some quite holy jeans, and I'm going to take these little pouches and I'm going to sew them into my jeans and kind of make them fancy little Chanel jeans. That is my plan of attack, and when I actually do that, I will show you how I created them. But I have a specific pair of jeans that I love, but the holes are getting a little bit big, and I just thought it'd be so fun to kind of sew these in there, have a little bit of a tweed jean look. So that is my plan for these cute tweed coverings. I get it. We're not always going to put our eyeshadow back in these. So I thought that would be a fun little DIY project. Now, besides the Tweed Collection, there is a quad that you all made me buy, and I was laughing. I was not attracted to this in the least bit, and this is quad number 58 Intensité, and I was laughing. I was like, I'm gonna pass. I've already got all the 4 tweeds. And then you guys told me that if you have hazel eyes, that you absolutely need this because there's 2 special shades in here that are more of a taupey pink color. I'm kind of really tired of that color right there, especially on my eyes. It just tends to pick up the red in my waterline and make me look either high or sick, neither which I want to look like. But these 2 shades at the bottom have quickly become my absolute favorite. And then that pop of gold is so pretty. So let me just swatch those 3 colors for you. So these are the 3 colors that I am just absolutely loving. This one is just really special. It looks so pretty on the eyes. And then this little pop of gold just really does a little something special on the eyes. So needless to say, the 2 quads that made the cut when I was traveling was I took the Brunette Rose from the Tweed Collection, and then I took this number 58. So just wanted to say thank you all for giving me a nudge in the right direction. I'm super glad that I did pick this up. And after watching Andrea Ali, she actually took her blush brush and then she swirled kind of all of them together and created that as a blush. So if you are like, I'm not going to buy this because I'm not going to use this color, that was a great tip. I have used it. Really turns out to be a very pretty blush, and I always like to kind of make the face a bit more cohesive, kind of keeping everything together by either adding a little bit of my blush into my eyeshadow or my bronzer just to connect the entire face. So I thought that was brilliant, but really love this one. I believe it is still available. It was sold out and then I was able to find the link again recently, but if you have hazel or green eyes, I definitely think you would wear this a ton. It just looks really pretty, kind of pops your eyes. This is actually going to look great on all eye colors. I feel like it's a very neutral palette, but I do think it does make my hazel eyes pop a bit, kind of makes them look a bit more green, which I love. Another highlight from the month of September was I got to get my makeup done by the global makeup artist from chantecaille, and we had the best time. He is the sweetest man ever. We had so much fun filming and I learned so many tips and tricks. So if you haven't had a chance to watch him do my makeup, I'll link that video below because he really did share so many tips and tricks, and I have been incorporating those into my makeup looks. So one of the tips that he shared that I just love was this blush combination, and it is like the perfect blush flush. It is so pretty, and his trick is to take the chantecaille, these are the cheek gelées, and he does 1 part happy, and happy is this really fun kind of marshmallow Barbie pink is what I like to call it. And here is that color here, that's happy. And then he takes lively and he does 2 parts to 1 part happy. So a little bit bigger dollop here of happy, which is going to be your peach color. So he takes these 2 colors and then he combines them together and it makes the most beautiful blush color ever. It is so pretty. He concentrated the happy a little bit more towards the apples of the cheeks, but I just fell in love. Like I was like, this is the perfect blush color. I'm obsessed with it. And that has been what I have been using pretty much non-stop. And I also have one other blush that I've actually been using this combination and then topping it on, and then topping a little powder blush on top. He did that as well with Emotion, which is one of my favorite blushes from Chantecaille, but this was just a brilliant tip. Love, love, love. Oh, also taught me how to use the nude Kajal. And I've known this tip before, to run a little bit of nude on the inner eye waterline, but I sometimes found that it looked a little odd. So he said just do one quick sweep, and then he ended up using the nude Kajal up in my brow bone to really kind of make my brows crisp. And there is a product from Chantecaille that I did order. It is the Brow Eclat, and it is basically a kind of highlighting pen. It will do the same thing as my nude Kajal, and you're going to put it right underneath the eyebrow, and it's going to kind of lift your eye. So I found when he did that and really made my brows like crisp, I found that that tip of using the nude Kajal up in the brow bone really lifted my eyes. So I have been incorporating that recently. So love the Chantecaille nude Kajal and have the Brow Eclat on the way. And I guess that one's going to have just a little bit of shimmer in it, so it'll be a little bit more like highlighting the brow bone. So I'm excited to get that, but that is another tip that I have been incorporating from my experience with O. And again, I will leave that link below that video because he had so many other tips and tricks and just was using like all of my favorite Chantecaille products. Now, when I was in LA, I was able to get a little makeover with Xander from Westman Atelier, which is another favorite brand of mine. And I was actually able to get matched to the correct Westman Atelier, the Complexion Drops. I now own 3 bottles of the Complexion Drops, and he actually put me in shade number 4. So if you are my skin twin and you are wondering what shade to get in the Vital Complexion Drops, he ended up going with 4 because he does like to warm up the skin a bit more. And his tip that he shared is when people are in between shades, he would rather go up a shade and a bit warmer. That was just what he said. He feels like it livens up the complexion rather than going a bit lighter. That can be brightening to the skin, but it can also, then you have to use more products to bring warmth back into your skin, he said. So kind of your choice. And I said that I already had 3 and 2. He said 3 would totally work as well, but he felt like 4 was a better match for me. So let me give you a little swatch of both of those. So here's a swatch of both of those. This is 4 and this is 3. And I feel like 3 is the most neutral. This one's going to have a little bit more of peach in it, a little bit more of a warm undertone. And to be honest, I've been mixing both of them, or kind of using 3 down the T-zone to brighten up my skin, 4 on the perimeter of the face. But I really do love this skin tint. It feels very nourishing on the skin. It is just going to give you a nice little blur on the skin. It doesn't have a ton of coverage, but it is fantastic for those easy days when you just want to slap on a little something to even your skin out. Maybe use concealer to spot conceal where you need it. I kind of think of this as the everyday makeup. This is not what I'm going to pick if I'm going to an event. I'm going to want more coverage on those days, but for everyday makeup, I think this is perfect. I've really been enjoying it and definitely having a Westman Atelier moment. I've always loved so many of her products, and I did pick up another stick of my favorite. That is the Face Trace Contour in Biscuit. He used that on my face as well. It just has the perfect undertone to not only sculpt out a little bit of cheekbones and such, but it just warms up your skin so perfectly. So love that. I picked that up while I was in LA. And then honestly, the powder that I have been reaching for the most has been the Westman Atelier. This is her Vital Skin Care Pressed Powder. I have this in Bubble, which I love. That is going to be to brighten the skin. And then I picked it up in Creme because I felt like this would give me a little bit more coverage when using this along with the Vital Complexion Drops. And this is such a good powder. It just really smooths out your skin. It does not look like powder on the skin, but I love the finish and I really am obsessed. So I would say currently this is my favorite powder and would highly recommend it. And then one fun tip that he shared is that he put on a hot pink lip on me. He said he wanted to focus on the complexion, and then I'm somebody who has smaller lips, so lipstick isn't what I tend to focus on. I tend to focus more on my eyes, and he actually put on the beautiful hot pink color using the Le Rouge Lip Suede, and I have to say that was so much fun. I absolutely love that hot pink color. It really just sort of livened up my complexion, and the longevity of the lip suedes, I know they are expensive. I have to tell you that lip color stayed on for hours, like hours and hours and hours. My daughter and I went to lunch and I still, even after eating, had a little stain of that hot pink on my lips. So that was kind of a fun experience, and I really enjoyed doing a different look with a little bit lighter on the eyes, focusing on complexion and a little pop of color on the lips. Now, another standout product this past month is from Haas Labs. So I got caught up in the hype over Lady Gaga's products, and I have to say I tried her foundation. This is the Triclone Skin Tech foundation, and you guys, this is an amazing foundation. Like, I am truly blown away from it. It is going to give you medium coverage, very natural looking on the skin. And I picked this up in the shade 220 Warm. And I do want to mention that the colors are like MAC, where the cool colors are going to be more warm, and the warm colors are going to correlate as cools. So this is 220 Warm, and I have to say it is a pretty darn good match for me. I did spend some time at Sephora trying all of the different colors, and we landed on this one as the best match, and I've really been loving this foundation. So this is going to give me more coverage, but it is still going to look like skin. This is what I'm wearing today on my skin, and this has been one that I have been reaching for non-stop. I did pick up her powder as well, which I do think is really nice, but between the two powders, the Westman Atelier and this, I think you would like this one. This one is going to be the loose powder, but the one that I've been reaching for the most is the Westman Atelier pressed powder. It just really agrees with my skin, and again, I'm not somebody who uses a ton of powder, so I did pick this up in combination, and when I wear the foundation, I will wear these together because I'm a geek and like to match my makeup products because I feel like they work together in tandem. But definitely wanted to give a shout out. I would recommend for all skin types, and found that it was very forgiving on more mature skin as well. Okay, couple more makeup items and then I swear we're gonna move on to supplements, skincare, and a little bit of fashion. But I mentioned last month that I fell in love with the Valentino. This is the Clutch. This is the Go Clutch universal bronzer, and I just love this product so much. It's a cream to powder formula. I love this color. That's what I'm wearing on my face today. And so I went ahead and picked up one of their blushes because it's in that similar cream to powder formula. I have to say I'm in love with this blush. This is Call Me Coral. I've been into blush lately, and I've been trying to get outside of my normal pink and berry tones and kind of shift a little bit more into those peachy coral colors. And this is the Call Me Coral shade. It is so pretty. You can also use these on your eyes, and it's just the formula that is truly getting me. Like, I want to order a few more colors of these blushes because they just are very seamless on the face. They sort of mesh in because it's that cream to powder. They last all day, and I just really love this Call Me Coral color. I feel like it livens up my complexion a bit, so I have been using that chantecaille combo, and then if I want to top it off for a little extra oomph, I'll put on a little bit of this on top, and I just feel like it lasts all day long and makes me look a little bit more alive and have a little fresh-faced look, which I think is probably a bit more youthful. And then one lip product that I wanted to give a shout out is the Summer Fridays. These are the lip butter balms. I had not tried these. They are so good. This one's in vanilla beige shade. They have a poppy color. They have clear. They actually have a little set that has all 4 colors in it. They just launched another one that was a little bit more brown toned that looks super pretty. But if you are a fellow sort of lip gloss butter balm girl, I think you're gonna love these from Summer Fridays. I had not discovered these yet, and now I'm a bit obsessed. They are going to nourish your lips, super hydrating, going to be great as we're coming into cooler weather and your lips might be getting a bit chapped. This is going to be what you're going to want on your lips. And this has been my recent go-to. Just love this so much. So those were some of my makeup highlights. And then I do have a few supplements that I have been obsessed with. And when I was in LA, I spent quite a bit of time going to Erewhon, which is basically, people would say, a bougie grocery store, but for a health nut like myself, it is nirvana. So you guys, I think there was one day where I ate every single meal there. They have the best smoothies ever. I've become obsessed with Hailey Bieber's Skin Glaze smoothie. I guess this is very viral on TikTok. Anyhow, I just love that grocery store. Super healthy grab and go foods. It's right up my alley. I am like begging them to bring one to Portland. That is how much I love it. Otherwise, I just need to move back to LA and just live around the corner, because then I would be broke, but I would be healthy and happy. So if you live by Erewhon, you've got to go try the Skin Glaze smoothie. And the smoothie maker gave me the lowdown on the things that I needed to go home and recreate the smoothie. So I have been doing that. So one of my longtime loves has been Vital Proteins Collagen Peptides. I've always bought them in the unflavored version, and I swear by them. As I'm getting older, I'm losing collagen day by day, and so this is something that I incorporate into my diet daily. And the woman said that the key to the smoothie was the vanilla flavored, which I had never tried before, and I love it. So it is basically a strawberry smoothie. It has got the Vital Proteins Collagen Peptides in it, and then the NeoCell hyaluronic acid. And this is interesting. I do use hyaluronic acid topically on my skin, but I had never thought about ingesting hyaluronic acid. And this is berry flavor, and you add this into the smoothie. And then of course, just like hyaluronic acid for your skin, it is supposed to help with cellular hydration and lubrication to skin and joints, and it is berry flavored. So I have been loving that. I've been adding that into the smoothie as well, and I have been on my Skin Glaze smoothie game since I have been home. So just completely obsessed with it. I have tweaked the recipe just a bit. I felt like it didn't need some of the extra sweetness. So if I have room in the description box, I will leave my version of the smoothie in the box, or I'll leave it as a comment myself in the comment section, because yep, I'm obsessed. I love it. And those are two things that I feel like have been helping give my skin a little glow. As a health coach that specializes in gut health, I have tried so many different versions of probiotics. And when I went to the health conference in Miami, I discovered Seed. And this is the daily Symbiotic probiotic, and I have to say I have probably been using a probiotic for a decade. I have been doing seasonal detoxes for 9+ years now, and I always have recommended taking a probiotic. So let's just say I have tried a lot of probiotics, and the thing I love about Seed is that it contains both prebiotics and probiotics that's going to give you the maximum effectiveness. This is shelf stable, so you can travel with it, which is actually a big deal because the other probiotic that I always recommended needed to be refrigerated to kind of keep the live elements going. The creation of Seed, you do not need to do so. And this is a potent probiotic. One thing I've always noticed with probiotics previously is that I wasn't one of those kind of supplements that you're going to be like, ooh, I'm taking my probiotic. You may not feel such a big difference. I would normally know that a probiotic was working once I stopped taking it. Let's say I finished my bottle and then I wasn't taking it for a bit of time, I could definitely feel that I was not processing my food as effectively, that I wasn't staying regular. And so then I would know, oh, so that's what the probiotic actually does. It's helping kind of balance my microbiome in my gut. And Seed is the first probiotic that I've actually felt working. And this is something that I've been using for the past 3 months. And I've been laughing because you guys have been saying that my skin has been looking good. I don't know if I feel the same way, but this has been one of the things that I have added in to my routine. And as someone who has tried a gazillion different probiotics, I have to say, this is one that I think is the best. So I did even go through Seed University to become an affiliate because this is part of my job as a health coach, just to sort of weed through the supplements that you actually need and don't need. And I do have to say, I highly recommend this one. So I do have an affiliate code. It is Bliss15, and that's going to give you 15% off your first month of Seed. But if you're in the market for a fantastic probiotic, Seed is the way to go, and I'll leave all that information below in the description box and the link that you can learn more about it. There's great trials behind it, and I really love the ethos of this brand. Okay, I have a couple skincare items that I have been loving. So I have been incorporating some Tour products into my skincare. And I have started using the Definitive Retinol Serum. Now, Retinol and I are not best friends. I tend to do better with acids. But since retinol is the gold standard for cell turnover, I have kind of been wanting to mix up my skincare routine just a bit. And so I have only been adding in this definitive retinol serum twice a week, and on those evenings I'm not going to use any sort of exfoliant. So I'm going to use like a cream cleanser, I'm going to skip any acids, and then I'm going to be using the retinol serum. And I've really been liking the results that I have been seeing from this definitive retinol serum. So I have found that this is brightening my skin, giving it a more refined appearance. And this is a mix of encapsulated retinol and bakuchiol. But bakuchiol is a natural retinol that's very gentle on the skin. So this is a mix of those two along with potent ceramides and the hyaluronic complex, and it has not irritated my skin at all. I'm definitely going to keep it to just twice a week, but I have found that it is giving me some results, and that's just something that I've kind of wanted to mix up my routine just a bit. I felt like my skin needed a little oomph. So from time to time, your skin will get used to things, and it's nice to kind of give it a little jolt. And then the other product that I have added, this is from Auteur as well. As many of you know, I'm huge into masking. So I've got various masks from lots of different brands that I absolutely love, and I try to incorporate a mask at least twice, if not 3 times a week. It's just something that I really enjoy, and I find that it's very helpful for my overall like hydration and the appearance of my skin. And so I tried the Auteur mask. It is the definitive optimizing mask, and this one is a highly active mask. So this is going to exfoliate your skin as well as hydrate it, plump it, firm it. It kind of does it all, you guys. It's a pretty amazing mask. But on days that I use the mask, I'm not going to be using any other exfoliants such as my Biologique Recherche Lotion P50. On those days, I will just put that to the side and then I'll use it the next day. So this mask is amazing. It combines peptides with alpha hydroxy acids that's going to target cells most in need of treatment and repair. It's got an advanced delivery system that utilizes the X50 myosept peptide that's going to help reduce expression lines and wrinkles, and then another X50 skin barrier peptide that's going to help reconstruct and regenerate the epidermal layer of the skin. So honestly, this is one of these masks that's going to do it all, and you definitely like even feel it working. And once you rinse your face off, your skin is just so bright and clear. It feels very hydrated, but actually really firm. So I really like that about it too. And I'm thinking I probably need to do a skincare video kind of to show you it on my face and then the aftermath, because I've just been loving that. So those are 2 new skincare products that I've been loving lately. And I did confirm with the company that I still have that offer available. Was if you buy 1 full-size product, you will also receive the Discovery set for free so that you can try out the other products within the line. Standout products from this line are the definitive Enzyme cleanser. This is so good, you guys. I just love it. It makes your skin feel baby soft, but it is not aggressive. I'm not someone who can really use manual scrubs on my skin, and I love this one. I also am obsessed with the definitive lifting toner. You guys, this is so amazing, and it gives you the best glow. We're gonna go ahead, put a little bit more on. You can use this, I use it as skincare. After I cleanse my face, I will use this, but you can use this throughout the day as well. It's gonna give you a nice little glow. love this. And then I love the two products that I just discussed. The mask is standout, and the retinol, for those of you who may be a little bit sensitive to retinol, this one is amazing. So I've really been enjoying mixing up my routine a bit with those Auteur products. I find them to be super effective, gentle, and a little goes a long way. Okay, I have two fashion items I want to mention from the past month, and this will come as no surprise to you if you've watched my channel for a while. I am a huge Jenny Kane fan, and I did have to pick up the new color. This is in the Cashmere Fisherman sweater, and this is dusty blue, and this color is just right up my alley. When I saw this, I was like, ooh, why are you launching this now? Because I'm gonna have to get it because I just love this color. It is so pretty, and these are actually my favorite sweaters. This is just a classic crew sweater in the most soft, luxurious cashmere, and I just find this color to be very flattering. It's just so pretty, and I just really love it. They also have this color in the Cocoon Cardigan, which I do love those sweaters. I don't find them to be the most flattering on my frame because I am a bit shorter, and I find that they sort of overwhelm my frame, whereas the Fisherman sweaters are going to be a bit more fitted and just super soft. And I generally get these in either an extra small or a small. If I want it to be a little bit roomier, I go with the small. If I want it to be more fitted, I will go with the extra small. This has been a true highlight. Love this sweater. Can't wait for it to get a little bit cooler here so I can start pulling out my sweaters. And then when I was in LA, I got this really fun Free People jacket. And this jacket reminded me of old Free People. I've been a fan of Free People for years, but part of the reason I was attracted to them is they would make some unique pieces, and this is one that I feel like is going back to their roots. So this is the Rachel Plaid blazer, and it is really nice quality with some fun little extras. So it's got this little corduroy piece here with the buttons. It's got a little denim inlay in here, and it was one of those jackets that Zoe and I walked in and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this piece. I did end up picking this up in a small. The extra small was a little tight through the shoulders, and also when I'm buying jackets or blazers, I may be wearing them with a sweater underneath, so I usually like to go up a size so they're a little bit roomier. But I'm just in love with this jacket. I think it's such a fun piece. And then I'm also gonna flip up a coat that my daughter tried on that just looked so cute on her, but she lives in LA. It isn't gonna be very practical for her, but I'm almost thinking I wanna get it. It's a very fun statement coat. You guys can let me know if you think I can rock it. It could be a little too young for me. Okay, we're gonna end with one fragrance since I do my Fragrance Friday series, but I did wanna say one of my favorites from the month of September. Guerlain launched some new fragrances that were based around oud, and I just fell in love with cherry oud. But wanted to highlight this fragrance since it's been one of these wow fragrances that I cannot seem to get enough of. This is a very sexy, sophisticated woody fragrance. It's got a layer of rose in here. Obviously it has a cherry note. It is so well done, and I have just been reaching for this fragrance all month long, telling everybody about it because I want you to get your nose on it. It truly is a spectacular launch from Guerlain, and that is cherry oud. Okay guys, those are my September favorites. Obviously the highlight was going to see my daughter in LA, visit her at school. We just had such a fantastic trip, and I always love going back to LA for a little bit of fun. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will be back with another video soon.